Welcome back to the campfire. Now, to address the immediate elephant in the room. Happy April Fool's Day. I contemplated making a video about, making some kind of joke for that, and immediately realized that that is not my forte. I've never really gotten into April Fool's Day. It's just not my thing. My brain is not built for those sorts of things. So I'm just going to do the regular episode instead, and we're going to rejoin Tori and continue on our journey. Yeah. Just wanted to get that out of the way because every channel that I do follow has been posting those videos all day, and I'm like, well, maybe I should do something like that. Make some kind of joke video or yada yada, but the only thing I could think of was like making some kind of joke mod that would have taken me weeks prior to this to even do. So instead, I'm just going to do what I'm better at and just continue playing the game as normal. Maybe next year I can come up with something. Especially if I have help by then, but that would require, being able to pay somebody to help me. So, we're not going to do that. First things first, though, is I do kind of want to I want to start getting our work stuff, like the metalworking and that sort of stuff built out. Which means we need to get ready for bed and start gathering materials and finish getting to Knapping level 2. Alright, let's go gather the materials to get our Knapping skill to level 2, which is going to include getting some limestone or finding flint flakes, which actually that is another option. Stones are abundant in this area because we're on the road. Ah, here we go. Sharpened flake. So, yeah, we're just gonna walk along the road, really. See if we can find anything. Oh, there's one. What are you? Another flint flake. Okay, our luck is actually going pretty good today. 2 more. Oh, one's a stone and one is a stone block? Suppose we could try... No, we can't nap those stone blocks. We have to actually do regular mason work. Alright, but more nodules. Let's do another... Just keep watching. Oh, there's something. There we go. Now it's a stone. But hey, I'm not going to say no to stones. Because we are going to need a lot of them. This is a large flat. Or large smooth stone. Flat, yeah. Come on. There we go. Let me right click things. Just kind of trying to keep my eyes on what's ahead of us and around us. Anything else we can utilize? So that's another large, flat, smooth stone. Ooh, antler. So we can make a knapping tool that way. Alright. Let's start walking back to the truck because we did leave it a ways back there. Maybe there'll be some limestone we can grab on the way. Or there'll be zombies. Either way. We should clean up our neighborhood, because they will eventually come find us. Come on. One down. 2 down. We got 2 more plus the one over there. Come on. And there. I like using hammers right now just because of our short blunt 3. You do more damage. You do more... I don't know if it's necessarily you do more damage, but you do hit more accurately, I guess. Oh no, it is damage. Increase attack speed, damage when using. And reduces muscle strain. So having a higher damage level with a weapon is actually really, really good. I am sure I've said that before. I am aware I repeat myself here and there as things happen. But also those episodes are probably like weeks or months old by now. So you may have watched them. I have not done anything related to those episodes in how long? So yes, I realize I'm repeating myself to an old episode, but it happens. I also sometimes just forget that I've gone over something. And then go over it again. Alright, so let's go into napping. Oh yeah, so we just need to do this. Doesn't this give like 10 experience points? 7. Oh, this is gonna take a little while. 22. So we can make a stone awl. That only requires level 1 though. Napped sharp flint blade. We haven't learned it, so we can't, but that feels weird. Can I learn that recipe? Interesting. Kinda want to avoid doing that until I know I can't learn something here. Where do I have a different knife? Needle? Pocket knife. No. Okay, so there's nothing on the pocket knife. Any other kind of knife I've got here? Come on, show me. Do I have paring knife? No. So even on the small knives, I can't just learn recipes from doing that. Nothing there. Alright, what about the hunting knife? Can't learn anything there. I was kind of hoping that one of these would give me like a, yeah, you can learn something cool from that. No. Okay. Oh, fair enough. So I am going to let's make one awl and see what it gives for experience. See if it gives a lot, sure, we'll do that. Otherwise, we'll just go back to doing what we were doing, which is... Oh, that is only 3 experience. That's maintenance 1, and it gives maintenance experience, I'm sure. Ah, that actually gives a fair amount of maintenance experience. We're gonna put stuff away. We're not gonna waste all of our sharp flint flakes on this. I'm making alls. If just because napping the large stones gives a fair amount of napping experience. And we need we need a stockpile of stone anyways. So why not do it that way? Nap large stone into stones. 3.8. Did we not have a chisel? That is something I need to also look at. So I thought I screwed that up at one point. Or did I screw that up on a different character? That becomes another question too. Alright. Yeah, stick with what I'm trying to do. Alright, I just need to grab a saw blade. Wood saw. Some nails. Where did I stash my nails? I stashed them inside, didn't I? Yeah, I'm starting to think that's probably the case here. So let's get... and find these silly nails. Where did they go? Did I drop them on the ground here with all the other building stuff, or did I put them in the truck? And the toaster. Or where the toaster is, I should say. Because why would they be in the toaster? The toaster doesn't hold things. Did I put them in the van? Yeah, I did. Okay. I swear I'm just losing my mind here. And let's make a box that we can use to get things put together. Might as well make a bunch of planks all at once. There we go. Let's put the planks down on the ground, because we will need them eventually. Grab the crate, and off we go. Alright. It's basically this is what we're going to do, same as we've done before when we were building the initial walls. We just grab the large stone. Oh, come on. That's even more of a oh, come on. Just meta events happening. Should be okay. So I don't even think there's any zombies anywhere near us at the moment. Yeah. I don't see any even coming at us, so we should be fine for the moment. 3 experience points. God, this is going to be slow. So 150 divided by 3 is 50. Alright. Well, we just keep trucking. That's all we can do. We need the masonry chisel to be able to make the metalworking facilities. Unless we want to find the anvil. Alright. There's another large stone over here. Now, first we gotta drop the stones. Put it in there. Then go grab another large stone. Time is moving on. Holy Hannah. Alright. Yeah, 3.8. There's gotta be a better way. I thought the masonry or the knapping was more experienced than that. You must have nerfed it? Maybe? Or I'm just misremembering. Which, again, kind of leads to the... Why make things harder? Who does that benefit? I mean, maybe at most the players who have been doing this for 5 years straight and are no longer challenged by anything? I guess. It's the only thing I can think of, to be fair. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to look at this. Knapping. Yeah, our level 1 skill gives us this ability, but we had to learn the recipe. Which we may have to disassemble a knife if we want to research. Take a look at that when we get back. Knap large stone blade. Or large stone. That gives 3 experience, that gives 3 experience. That gives 7. And that gives 3. Okay. Masonry, we can make these things, but we need a stone chisel to do it, or a masonry chisel. And that's the problem that we're running into. Otherwise, yes, we can do a lot of things with masonry that don't require all this, and that's great. So let's look at blacksmithing. This doesn't require... This does require masonry. This one does. But it only requires us to be able to make stone blocks, which we can make. Then this requires us to have animal skin, because we have to make a large bellows, and a blacksmith anvil. Which, alright, I went through everything that I could. In theory, we can make a blacksmith anvil and I mean, not in theory. In reality, we can just make a blacksmith anvil. It's not super difficult. And a bellows. Those are very complicated, very difficult to get. Because we have to find and kill an animal. Medium size. So pig, deer, I think it's deer. Let me go look. Yeah, so pig, deer, sheep, any of those. We can find one, take it down, butcher it. Then dry its skin on a rack somewhere. I did want to get sheep at some point anyways. Then from here, it's for the advanced forge. We would need to make 2 bellows, but we would need the chisel. So the simple forge allows us to be made with that, or the simple furnace. Stone block. So what's the difference between the simple and the advanced furnace? Or advanced forge? besides an extra material and a few more stone blocks, we can make the primitive forge, apparently. No, because all these require the stone block. Weird. So no matter what, you need a chisel. Alright. But yeah, you can make the blacksmith anvil with a furnace. So we can bypass the need for the primitive forge by getting to the primitive furnace first. Then making the anvil itself. But you still need a stone or a chisel to make stone blocks. Yeah, because you still need a chisel. Okay, that undoes everything that I was just thinking about doing, which was, well, what if I just make the forge in the furnace first, going the hard route, but you still need a chisel no matter what you do. We could go and try and find another hardware store, or find a hardware store and get into it and hope that one's there, or go looting around and hope one's there, but no matter what we do, we need a chisel. And this kills 2 birds with 1 stone because we need these stones. No matter which way we go about it. Knapping is such a hard skill to level up for so little gain, too. I mean, there are some higher level items you can make with knapping. Some decent weapons and whatnot. Alright, looks like we've kinda... Oh, we got one more. One more that's within walking distance of this. So we'll make the last one here, and then we'll set up shop somewhere else tomorrow. Weird. It's kind of ties into what I said yesterday about there being a weird level of difficulty that they've tossed on top of this, which could be resolved by them just giving you a little bit more experience when doing these things. And that would be nice. Necessary? No. That's fair, but it would be nice. Alright, so I wonder... We have the anvil. Can we make... anything with the anvil? Or is that in carving? That's in carving. Oh, what is in carving? You can carve a fleshing tool, sculpting tool, knapping tools. Is there... that's about it. We can nap knitting needles. Wooden blade, jawbone, sharpen. Okay. This is some interesting stuff you can make with carving. You can't make a chisel there, so it defeats the purpose of what we're trying to do right this second. Alright, well, good to keep it in mind that we can sort of do the things... more things later with all that. Let's get moving. I can't wait for our character to get desensitized. It's a hidden stat that just kind of grows over time. Your character gets used to the world they're in. Until then, you keep waking up in panic. Basically, your character has nightmares. And it is not helped by the fact that you will wake up, you know. If you're out in the woods, it happens more. I think also if you're on a farm, for some reason in an urban environment, your character doesn't have nearly as many panic attacks. Though that's anecdotal. I don't know the stats behind that one. Maybe I should dig into that. But, either which way, it's kind of like taking agoraphobic or claustrophobic. Your character will eventually get desensitized to those negative stats and not be as panicked. Now, it takes months in-game for that to work out. So, if you decide to take those negative traits, just know that you will be dealing with those for a very long time. And it's a very long con way of getting extra negative points to be able to take more positive traits. And during that time, you will still be dealing with either one of those. I know there are some people who play around doing that way. I don't. What am I missing here? Oh, I just wasn't facing it directly enough, I think. And we're a little over 1/3 the way to Knapping 2. Is there a faster way to do this? I mean, if we could find a lot of flint nodes, yes. I would say 100% yes. There is a faster way. That requires finding a lot of flint nodes. And then the question is, how fast? Can you do that versus just napping all these stones? Maybe I should just turn on... Let me grab this large stone. Then we'll start hunting a little bit. See if, while I'm walking around trying to find these, I can find flint nodes. Speed this up a little bit. Because what if I can? If I can speed this up and find some flint nodes, awesome. Stones are extremely rare here. Caterpillar or centipede, which can be used as fishing bait. And that's fair. So, yeah, let's go walking up the road a little ways, see if we can find some flint nodes. Or some sharp flint flakes. We can? Great. Nope. Not this way, anyways. Doesn't help that it keeps taking me out of road searching. Oh, found something. Alright, so sharp flint flake. Did find one. Oh, stop. Found another something. Another sharp flint flake. So we can get a few things this way. It's not great, but a stone. Can use more of those. Oh, digital watch is going off. Anything else? Oh, we can take a large stone. Alright, let's get back and nap that one. What did we find here? Caterpillar. That can be used as bait. We are going to have to fish at some point here. And then let's make a couple awls. It is 3.8 experience versus 3.6. They're not great tools, and I don't know what they're used for. I think they're used in leatherworking, which is fine and all. Fawn skull. Okay, we can work on our carving skill as well here. Let's put these away. Let's put the other things we keep finding away too. Let's grab one of these out, because we do need water on us. I'm just going to keep looking for these things that we need. Alright, well, we're going to pick up shop and move a little further down the road, because there are no large rocks here. How much stone do we already have? So we've got 70 back at the base. We've got 71 now. Fit a few more. There was a large stone, but I also found a flint nodule, which allowed me to make a sharp flint flake, and then also create a stone awl, which altogether was, you know, another 10 experience between the two, 10.3. Which in the end, I mean, if you could reliably find flint nodes, that would be your best bet for making these things and getting your knapping skill level up. But doing both of these, where I'm looking for the flint nodules and breaking rocks, I think is the most efficient use of my time. And by extension, my viewers' time. Because that way we're getting steady experience and the occasional big payout. But I'm gonna go back to continuing this work, and we will return. Alright, let's get all this dumped. I think I've got one thing I can do here. Yep. So we can make another awl. Which, cool. Doesn't... It'll help us, it just doesn't help us immediately. Still need 25 experience points to be able to get through this. I'm gonna toss the crate in. Oh, I can't toss the crate in. Alright, let's just flip this around. So we do have 121 stone that we made throughout the course of that. Just to point out, that is half of the stone we needed to make this small house. Yeah. That's a 4x4 block area. That is a lot of stone. Oh, right. I didn't empty out the hiker's bag of the stone I had in there. In total, we're just at the stone that we needed to build the 4x4 area. So we could add a room. We could. It is painful how much stone is required. We have 50 clay, so we could make bricks and do that. But we would also need more clay to do the cementing mix. So if you go here, all this requires clay cement and 4 bricks. So that's 4 clay plus 2. Technically plus 1, because that's half the bucket. So you need 5 clay to make 1 brick wall. But the brick wall is kind of nice. I'm thinking we might just go gather up a bunch of clay and start working on that next. First, I want to get our knapping skill to level 2 so we can start making our furnace and our forge. Well, I did do a quick run to search, and it's not like we didn't find anything. So there is that. May have found just enough to get us to level 2. 7, 14. I think we'll be just shy of level 2, but did our hammer broke. So crafting, what kind of handle did I need for that? Stone hammer. I need a tree branch or a tree branch. So that comes over here. Grab one. Back over this way, and we can make it again. Then back to Knapping, where I can finish making these. So we're only one away, I think. Or two. Yep, there we go. So we are finally Knapping level 2. Throw that on the ground, we don't need it. There we go. I need to pull out that composter finally, because I've been putting that off. Take that out of the inventory. Now to see what that requires me to make. That's going to be an interesting part. Let's toss that in. So I found a rotten onigiri in foraging. How dare it be rotten, but whatever. So, chisel, stone chisel. We need 2 sharp flint flakes. Which we have. 2 dark to craft and wait. What? Recipe not learned. Okay. Okay, this is even weirder. So now I can make this, but I can't make this? Recipe not learned. How do you learn the recipe then? I don't get it. But I learned this recipe. I wish this worked, but it doesn't. Stone anvil. Obviously that's not going to come from that. It's going to come from masonry. Yeah, and you need a stone chisel or a mason's chisel. And you can't make a stone chisel, apparently. Maybe I can learn it by having one of the other chisels in my inventory? No. So I can't learn it from just a random chisel. That is frustrating. Okay. Well, back to plan B. We need to find a mason's chisel, I guess. I get the feeling that that is a bug. But yeah. It's frustrating, that's all. But it is it is a beta. It's not like this is exactly as it will be when it comes out. As we have learned, I mean, so many things have already changed in just the short amount, I say short, but in the amount of time I've been playing this build. So, I mean, keep in mind, this could change. Alright, well, guess that's our option now, is we go try to loot buildings and see about finding a mason's chisel, because what we've got, we can't build currently. We can't make a stone chisel. I wonder. Hold on. For what it's worth, I'm just going back to the main menu, loading in. Let's see if maybe that procs it so that we can build the chisel. I should check that first before. Let's see here, stone chisel. No, still does not give us the recipe. Okay. Again, why? Why make it blocked behind something like that? And I get the feeling that this is an old bug that got fixed and then broke again from what I was seeing on Google. So now it's just go try to find one. Alright, well there's a tool shed here. Let's go take a look. I know there's a zombie sitting over here. Yep. That'll work. Oh, that's the house key. So we can at least go in and see if there's anything of value there. First, let's take this guy down. I'm gonna clear out the area around. Nope, not getting in that way. Should probably take her out, them out too. Come on. I wonder if maybe if we just got it to knapping level 3 that would give us the skill or the recipe. Just like going to knapping level 2 gave us the stone blade recipe. That still feels off, like why bury it that way? We need metal, and you get metal by smelting things down. It's another loom. Come on, close the window. Duct tape. Another chisel. Nothing else. And a bunch of fertilizer. So that's not too useful at the moment. I know we can technically find it in places like this. Nope. Nope. I mean, I highly doubt it would be in here, but... Ooh, heavy socks. Those will be useful when the weather gets cold again. Nothing in here. What's in here? Crowbar. Oh, what's in this? A hatchet that we can try to fix up. Knitting needles. Could come in handy. What about over here? Paris in the Rain. Crying of the Foxes. We've already read that. Sour cream and onion chips. Not my favorite, but I would eat them if I had to. Alright. Well, we move on to the next. Alright. Well, there's where all the zombies are on this end of town. Right there in that house. First, I want to check out this. And there's sheep down here. If I wanted to get sheep, that would be the best place. There is also, ooh, another generator. So we could have a spare running around. Okay. There's a hatchet. Couple chisels, but they're not the kind we need. Welder mask, steel rods, steel bar halves. Just kind of grabbing up what we can get. Fleshing tool. I think we've already got one of those, but just in case. Large knife. Metalworking punch. We might need it. Grab that. Iron bar quarter. Sacks of gravel. Steel sheet. Can't we make... Hold on. I don't remember what books we've read exactly, but... We did read the wall. We didn't read the floor, though. So maybe I need to get that. But if we can make the walls, and I can get us up to level 3 welding, we could do that. This requires pipes. Where's the wall? We don't have the book for the wall. What book did we get for welding then? Ah, we got the fence. Basic metal fence. Okay. It was a different welding book. You know what? We can still stash up on the steel sheets. Doesn't hurt us to have them. And I do know where to get a thing of that. Let's keep our screwdriver on us. That is a good idea. First, we'll build out a space for it, but let's grab all that. Kind of wanna... Yeah, so I passed by a animal trailer, so we can go get that. Then we can get a couple of sheep. For right now, they're not in a bad position. They've got plenty of food, they got plenty of water. Alright, so there are zombies in here. It would give us 4 sheep if we needed it. Come on. Take you down. Decent work boots. Keys to what's ever going on in here. Nothing in here. Except for all these seeds. Some knee pads, which I think... Yeah, we're already wearing knee pads. The gardening trowel, spare leather gloves. Nothing coming up on us in here. Let's take a look through here. Maybe we'll get lucky. Alright, more seeds. Just in case we need them. We haven't read this one yet. More seeds. Get more wire. We don't need another fleshing tool. Let's just take all these seeds. Including the wheat seeds. Can we do anything? Oh, we can thresh that grain. To give us more wheat seeds. Extra sacks of sand. Not all of them full, but, you know, we could use them. A rope. We'll need that when we try to move these sheep. Burlap. Wire. There is an electric blower furnace here. Can it be used for anything? No. Guess I don't think so. Kind of wonder what good this is for. I'm gonna pick it up anyways. When you get... There's always 2 on that spot, and I don't know why. take it with us and see if we can actually use it. Like, does it aid in the use? I don't know. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheep here. We can actually make use of that in the future. Like I said, I'm going to clear out and then make the little paddock area for them first, and then we'll bring them over. I need water, so let's bring the other bottle over. Let's get this all out of our inventory. And there we go. Then I'm going to mark on our map. Where are we? We're right here. I don't have a pen or pencil on me. Again, why do I keep throwing these things out? Nope, not in our back area. What about here? Did I throw it over here? Negative. How about the cash box? Nope. Alright, well, that's a next time problem, or next time thing. As soon as we find a pen or pencil again, I will have to mark the map. So that's that area, pretty much, or that one explored. So all these zombies over here now, because we dragged them out. I'm gonna head across the river. We've been in here. So we're gonna cross the river and take a look. We just need to clear out the zombies near here and that'll be fine. Come on. Did I not clear out my inventory? I could have sworn I did that. And go down. Thank you. Digital watch. I'm gonna get in the car. Alright, we should be alright for a moment. Sacks of sand, that's gonna do it every time. And all this. Let's keep our water bottles on us. Alright, we're ready. Come at me. Yep, you as well. Okay, let's look around. Check for others on. Alright, so we got a bunch down here, a couple over here. This place really went to shit after Emilio moved out. Alright. And I do have the shotgun on me. I don't have a whole lot of rounds. So I put those away, except for what's in the bandolier. So we've got 18 for an oh shit situation. Just knowing that 18 might create more of an oh shit situation. Alright, come on. Let's kind of clear out the town a little bit here. So we can take a look inside of this place. Come on. Hop the fence. There we go. You've got a key ring with a key for a car. Let's bring you three over. And hope that that takes you down quickly. Come on. Come on. There we go. One more. Down. Alright. Let's take a look. Well, who knows what those keys will be good for. Could be here, could be there, who knows. I'm just gonna check this. Okay, it's not that car we've got the key for. So it could be one of these two. Or it could be somewhere entirely unrelated. Where did she go? I'm not going to worry about it. Just going to let my sneaking skill keep popping up. Oh, come on. Why did you pay attention to me suddenly? There we go, got rid of you. Lighter, key ring. I guess your key is for this car, yep. Which would aid me, because then I could use it to take out a bunch of zombies really quick. Yeah, you're attacking inside of there. Okay, what are we looking at? Got this one over here. She came back out of wherever she was. That one's following me now. Who knows which key that's for? Oh, come on. Kind of figured this was going to be the case, where we'd be dealing with a bunch of little zombies one at a time kind of thing. Come on. Fall over. Thank you. Let's take that. Yours is just the house key for there. Okay. Now we should be in a position to be able to go in. I just need to get over there. Assuming nothing goes wrong. Like, say, an alarm goes off. And we've got the key to this car. Oh, why is it always one of these? Let you try. Oh, come on. Really? Every time. And now there's more zombies over there. I'm going to check out our material or our clothing, make sure nothing got too damaged. Nothing got damaged. Yeah, the boots got nicked. If they weren't already that way before. From the use. Which, that could be the case. Come on. Take you down. Nothing useful on you. Come on. One more. There we go. Alright. So now we should be clear to get inside here. What I want to do first is get the gas. So if we're gonna have to run really quick, might as well have a filled tank. Gas can, or the gas tank is on the other side of the truck. Of course, that alerted every single zombie in the region. Can I not? It's on the... It is on this side. I just can't see it. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a bunch of beeps. Which may or may not bring them over. And I'm just gonna quietly do this. Alright, gas tank is refilled. We're ready in that instance. And let's just be prepared for... I set off an alarm here. No alarms. That's good. Okay, copper scrap, metalworking chisels. Already got a set of those. Nothing there. Okay. That's everything I thought we would... where we would probably find it, but... nothing back here. Let's check in this room. Hand drill, mufflers, muffler. I kind of figured this was going to be more car parts than anything. Metalworking. Nothing we need there. Nothing in the toolbox. What about the tool? Leather rolls, nothing. Okay. Well, nothing we need right this minute. Hate that the light switch is up front. So we have to go all this way back here. Lighters, matchbooks, lighter fluids, we can refill things. Alright, let's take a look through here. We got soap. We've got spare water bottles. Empty gas can. Tool leather rolls. All this food. That's going with us. More drink. Soap. Come on, let me out and around. More spare water bottles. Another spare water bottle. Mayonnaise, cheese, and yogurt. Let's look through this real quick. Magazine, Welder Monthly, that's handy. And then a bunch of maps. They're all starting to get close. Which I'm not a fan of. Let's take things out of our backpack, put it into the truck. Alright, so which... that gives us napstone blade, fire chisel, make improvised whetstone, grind up comfrey. So maybe? And it just doesn't list it? Bind spearhead. But I don't see the stone chisel on there. Welder Monthly teaches the floor, the walls. Okay. That is useful. Let's get things out of our inventory real quick. They're slowly moving up on us. So I'm gonna have to take care of them before too long anyways. Come here. Come at me, bro. Not a fan. Let's just slowly walk over here, but sneak it in. No, we didn't get to sneak for very long. Wow. Some of these have glass jaws. Come on. Nope. There we go. You're still alive, and I know it. Now we've got two of you. Okay, well, that's one less. I want your leather coat. Just in case. Come on. There we go. Now we're in a safer position. We should grab our empty gas tanks or gas cans and fill them up. Take fuel, fill both of these. Did I not? No, I filled both. Get these out of our inventory. There we go. Still wielding the hammer. There is a tool room in the back that we should look at. Let's turn this on. Power will be going out shortly. Just something to keep in mind as well. Alright, so empty gas cans. Can fill up 2 more. Have plenty of spare gas. More food and water. Not the worst thing to have. Could be more here. Okay, no zombies up here. So that was coming from back here. But with this, thank you for joining me here by the campfire. If you like the video, like it. If you have questions, comments, concerns, witty remarks, recommendations, and suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you want to. And as always, have a wonderful day.